What's up, guys and girls? Hello, let's get this shared out. Hello, Fantasy. Welcome in. Just gotta get this shared in. Just gotta get this shared everywhere. What's going on? Trying to get everybody here. There's a bunch of people that was wanting invited. I don't remember who all it was. Hello, what's up, brother? It has been a day. But we're here.
Blasphemy.
Welcome in, everybody. So we've been out here for a bit, just chilling. As you can see, we're set up in our tent. Been kind of getting the feel of the place for the last little bit. Johnny, I feel you, brother. I hiked all the way out here, set up the tent, went back, got everything else set up, realized I forgot everything for Estes, had to go all the way back, get it, hike back out here again, and it is hot. I mean, the humidity here is awful. But man, it feels wild out here tonight. I think it's going to be a good night. Hello, Stephanie. So what I'm doing now, we're inside the tent. We're just chilling, kind of getting a feel for everything before we go out and about.
I'm in the corner.
I think it's interesting it said the witch is here. Temporarily, yes. It don't feel as bad here, Rabbit, as it did. But it still feels like everything is supercharged. I think it's the full moon coming that has everything stirred up. Hello, boss. All right, Johnny, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, anytime you need to message me, man, I'm always here. I think a lot of it has to do with the full moon that's coming. Like I said, it doesn't feel necessarily bad. It just feels like, hello there. Welcome in, Drea. But with the full moon coming tomorrow, guys, it's going to be a little bit, it gets a little wild sometimes. So many sounds outside this tent. Y'all hear what I'm talking about in a minute. I've been just laying out here chilling, just getting ready for everything. But man, it's a beautiful night. So I'm going to sleep with these guys in here tonight. I've never done this. Hello, Lawanda.
Watch out here.
I've actually never brought these out and camped with them yet. No. So they're going to be sharing the tent with me while I sleep. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's going to be an interesting night for sure. The dolls can sit outside. No, they can't. That would be mean.
You are valued.
Well, thank you, spirits. Whoa, that was weird. Did y'all see that? Right quick.
You remind me of someone.
I don't know. It was trying to, I don't know. The camera was like jumpy there for a minute. Hello, Stephanie. What do y'all think? Should we get out of this tent and go look around? I think it's getting about time. I shouldn't be. I'm running on 5G. That's weird. I should just fix that. Is it smooth now? Nicole, we're in Harlan County in the Appalachian Mountains in Kentucky. Let's get on some shoes, guys. We're going to go out here. I'm going to show you my fancy socks first. Hold on. Check them out. I'm out here in my Scooby-Doo socks. That means we're going to do something tonight. You only put on Scooby-Doo socks when you're serious. That's how you know you're going ghost hunting right there. It's for emergency situations. Got them at Cracker Barrel, honestly. Hello, Shirley. Welcome in. Fancy socks. I love my fancy socks. I've got Halloween socks. I've got, you name it. I've got SpongeBob. I've got everything. I don't believe in wearing adult socks. That's no fun. Who wants to wear boring socks? All right, let's say we get out of here. We got about 49 people in here. Let's say we go do some exploring, guys and girls. You have tons. I'm not a person for boring. I never have been. Now you'll see what I mean about the vibe is strange here tonight. Check it out. It's been like this all night. Hello, Yarrow. So, guys, we're going to go out here. This feeling's been strange since I got here, honestly. But we're going to go out here and do this. We're going to see what happens. Then we're going to do an Estes. Then we're going to do some more investigating. And then we're going to do a separate Estes after that. So we're going to be busy tonight. We got a long night. I got all kinds of good snacks. Got to have the snacks. That's a rule. Let's get some lights set up here. Get all of our stuff moved outside. We're going to have a grand old time. You can't investigate without snacks. That's a rule. Brought 4 bottles of tea. No shell, they will not. I run 2 different kinds of shell. Actually, I run growlers, and then I run the Spirit Talker at the same time. I like to run 2 together. That's always been something. I watched somebody do that, and it caught my attention. There's nothing wrong with having Scooby-Doo stuck in your head. Nothing at all. Laying down safe on your couch. I figured everybody was needing their ghosty fix tonight. I ain't seen a whole lot of lives on the last few days. Seems like everybody's taking a break or busy here lately. I've noticed that, though. I've been watching the pages and stuff, and there's not been a whole lot of people on. Salty, hello. We'll set up both boxes tonight. Man, it is so strange back here tonight. So I was here last week, and you all were with me, and it felt a little weird. I don't know, tonight's different. Very strange. I'm curious to see what we get. It has me very interested. Yeah, it's like everything's supercharged. Thank you, Salty. Nicole, not on purpose, I don't think, but yes, they have. In a state place, I've had somebody come up on me 3 or 4 times. I don't think that they were from here. I think they just happened up on the live, but this is my property here. I own about 32 acres, and nobody comes here. If they do, that's on them. I mean, but yes, I know what you're saying. I was watching the other lives as well and seen some people were having real issues with that. And that's a real thing, you all, as well. Has anything paranormal happened? I mean, there's so many pictures. I don't call anything paranormal. I'll let you decide if you want to think it's paranormal. Hello, Mama Cara. I don't put any ideas in nobody's head about anything. I want you to watch what happens and you can decide. That's part of the fun of investigating. Doing excellent, Mama. How are you? So a lot of investigators will say, I heard this, I heard that, this was this, that was that. I try to stay away from that. I can say what I heard sounded like this, but I try to stay away from influencing people. No, Bess. I hadn't heard from you in a while. Are you okay? I was wondering about you today. Let's see, make sure Bess is okay here. Everybody is getting sick like that. I know so many people right now with pneumonia, lung infections. It is wild. You're about the 5th one I know of that's like that. Thank you. I appreciate that. So guys and girls and guys, tap that like button. Let's go over here and we'll see what we can hear at the place where we've seen the blue lights. I want to get out there and see what happens. Bess, you'll be in my prayers, I promise. After the live, I'll let you rest, but I'll message you tomorrow and check on you. Guys and girls, if you're sick, always message me and let me know so I can put out some good vibes for you. Thank you, Salty. Never hesitate to message me and let me know that you're sick. This is thick. So we've had a lot of rain, and I haven't been able to get out, and I'm kind of excited to get this rolling. Mama, we appreciate you too. Absolutely. That's what they do for you, but it helps. I mean, I don't like that, but it helps. They make me grumpy. Listen to all the frogs. This is all trampled down. Bear or something's been through here over the last couple of days. See if yeah, bear print. A little leaf on my phone. It's coming right through here. He's a little bitty one too. There's his other one. Right there. Oh well, you got a few. I always come back to this spot and look for that blue light we all seen. From the Netherlands, well, good morning to you as well. Thank you for tuning in. Smurf Cat, cautious. You have to be careful. There's so many things you have to watch for. Hello, Yoda. Is it nice and comforting when you're in your tent? Yes. I swear I seen something right there. When you're in your tent, yeah, it's wonderful. Hello, Deb. When you're out walking around and stuff, you just got to be alert. So you have to run the live, you have to watch the ground, and you have to listen all at the same time. But it's not bad. So guys, if you haven't followed and shared, follow and share. Let's do us a lights out and see what we can hear. I'll be quiet for a second. I'll let you all listen. See what you can hear. Here we go. Let me know if y'all hear anything at all that sounds strange. All right, we're going to go lights out again. I just seen eyes right there. Couldn't tell what it was. It was little, whatever it was. Probably a raccoon or a possum. All right, there we go. Hello, Mama. Welcome in. That sound will put you to sleep. That's pure nature right there. Listen how beautiful. Guys, you're here in one of the weirdest places in the world when you listen to these mountains here. Morella, thank you so much. You guys are getting to hear a treat that not many people get to hear. And I can show you around. These mountains is basically mostly uninhabited. I think our town has 600 people in it, maybe. You're not going to run into neighbors out here. Thank you. I appreciate that. Stephanie, it's something, ain't it? Be able to listen to that. Yoda, I hope you're having a wonderful night. Lots of people don't get to experience the mountains like this. And when I say dark, it is dark. And man, it's unique as well. So what's everybody up to this Sunday night? I'm sure y'all got to have some fun things going on. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I did. I went skating and fell down a lot. Now I feel like, well, I'm pretty dang sore, to be honest. Thank you. I appreciate that. My legs and everything else is so sore. Wicked, I'm glad you're in here with us. I had a good weekend too, not going to lie. It had some really good points to it. But I'm glad to be back. I'm glad the rain stopped. We don't have no more rain for a while. We got some storms moving through tomorrow. But the tent's good, so we should be fine. I'm glad, boss. So how many new people do we have in here? Can you hit a 1 in here if you're new? Can you type in a 1 and I can give you the backstory on where we're at? I don't want nobody to be lost. So if you're new, hit 1 and let me know. There's 2, 3, 4. Alrighty, let's sit down and do a story then. I'll explain to you where we're at. I'll start off by showing you this. So this is how I found this place. Technically, this shouldn't exist on any record, in any courthouse, anywhere. This place does not exist. We'll start with that. Hello, Jenny. This is an enigma right here that I've never been able to figure out. All the cinder blocks are left. Everything's just sitting here in the woods, and this is what led me to this place. So I was out here actually looking for Bigfoot one night, and I brought my meter, because paranormal is what I've always been into the most. And I brought my tablet, and I brought all my equipment, and I set it up. Nothing would connect. So my EMF meter was laying right here, and it was maxed out. I mean, it was as far red as it could go, and it stayed that way for hours while I was trying to connect. Yep, it's just sitting right there. So then I decided I'm going to come out here and investigate a little and see what I can figure out. So in this one spot right here, work is definitely work. Yes, it is. In this one spot right here, all I can tell you for a fact is I did get touched standing right here. No, nobody's seen it. There's been voices heard here. There's been a lot of strange things happen in this place. This is a wild little location right here. And there's a reason why. So the people that lived here before me were not good people. Ooh, my butt got wet. No, that's a big building, Stephanie, of some kind. They were not good people. They done a lot of bad things. Really bad things. And I think that, but the more I look at it, the more I think that whatever is here on this land is older than that. What is this? Just a spirit talker. And that is the growler's ovulus right there. So let me make sure I got that turned the right way. That should not have went off. No, that is not facing me. It's facing the other way completely. Right, that's weird. Well, Sherry, it does set on a, there is an Indian burial ground here, 100%. The state moved in and took a bunch of the artifacts out years ago. They found a lot of high-end, interesting things. David, it's still laying there. I did have a psychic do a reading on it. She thought the same thing we thought. She thought it was linked to bad things. I feel like it's linked to bad things. We tracked it to a company in Ohio. It just doesn't make any sense. So a jacket comes out of Ohio and it's laying in the Appalachian Mountains. I don't know. There's something about it don't sit right with me, but of course nothing got done. There's another place I got to go back to now that it's past. All the rain's over. Thought I seen maybe my eye's playing tricks on me there. Thought I seen a light out of the corner of my eye. Exactly, I tried. And that's all you can do, really. When you work these cases, all you can do is give it 100%. We got 90. Look at that. We're doing great tonight at 12:30. So supposedly, there's a cave on this property, and the people that lived here, one of the people would take... All right, boss. There's lots of sounds out here, Captain. Yep, they are always watching, Sheriff. So the guy that lived here doesn't have a good reputation. And an old lady that lives here told me that he would take girls, females, to the cave, and he would take food, and he would go into this cave, and he would come back, but the females never came back from the cave. I have no reason not to believe this to be the truth. The person that said it has nothing to gain from it. I think whatever's here has preyed on every family that's lived here on this property. This is just my opinion. Because every family that's lived here has started off normal, and they've done wonderful for several years. And then their lives have fell apart. Yes, boss, it is loud here. The woods are alive tonight, man. We're in Kentucky, Ramona. So none of the families that ever lived here wound up doing any good. They would do good for a little while and then bad, like something was influencing their behavior or changed them in some way. And if you trace it back, I went all the way back to early 1970s. And every single story is the same. So they started off as happy families, doing great together, living normal lives. Slowly, every time, they slowly fell apart. So, like somebody said earlier, they said parasitic. That is exactly the way I would classify it if I was to give you my opinion. Whatever lives here attaches. It changes people. It feeds on their energy. It manipulates them to being bad people, and then it continues to feed until there's nothing left. I wouldn't have thought that had I not tracked it back as far as I did. And another thing that led me to believe that is that building back there was almost built. Somebody left all the block. They left the building unbuilt, and they left. You don't leave thousands of dollars worth of stuff laying in the woods with a building that's already 5 feet tall and leave unless something makes you want to leave. The one and only, there you are. Everybody, if you don't care, follow the one and only down there. Wonderful person. Magnificent. And then what? Well, I can tell you what happened when I moved in. I only like to speak of what I've seen for myself. So I moved in here. We got it from the state. We got it for really cheap. Every bit of it for cheap. Thank you. I was going around investigating the property, and I found a grocery bag. So inside this grocery bag, when I opened it, was a complete, nice outfit of women's clothing. There was a pair of shorts. There was, every item that a woman would wear. And it was all nice stuff. The bag was tied up, and it was through in the weeds. That's everything from the shoes down. Every single item was in this bag. North Carolina, you're in a wonderful place. Yes, all of it was in there, Rabbit, everything. And it was tied up and threw into some high weeds, and I thought, this is nice clothes. Why would somebody throw away nice clothes and just toss them in the weeds? And it made me really think that the lady's story that she told was true. Because I can't figure out no other explanation. Corner of the screen ain't blurry. It's the humidity here. Let me turn the light down. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So y'all want to see what humidity in the mountains look like? Check that out. That's all moisture right there. Nicole, it's that bad year-round here. It's like this year-round. Winter, summer, spring, it doesn't matter. There's always this much moisture in our air here. Constantly. Too hot in Georgia? Yes, Georgia's always hot. So we got a heat wave coming next week. We're going to see about 120. Well, welcome in. Anybody new, I appreciate you. I'm in Harlan County, Kentucky, for anybody wanting to know. Hello, Paul. Fantasy, thank you so much. And here's another thing that happened about 4 weeks ago. So the old woman said, and I have the recording, and I've sent it to some people on here, and they've listened to the full interview. She said that stuff was buried on the land in case they were ever raided, that he had stuff hidden. So I was out. Hello, Tiffany from Tennessee. You're close to me then. I was out planting tomatoes, and I dug, and the first thing I hit was a box of ammunition. So everything she's told me has come true. And I can't see why she would tell the truth about everything that I can prove and not be telling the truth about the cave. And I have her full interview from beginning to end. So this property, like I said, somebody said that it was like a parasite. It absolutely, I think, in my opinion, whatever's here is like a parasite. The person that used to own the property, she's 86 years old. Her life is well on. She has no reason to lie about it. She has no reason at all to tell any lies. So I have to believe what she says, or at least take it into account that she's telling the truth. Now, let me get back here to the ghost box. I'm going to tell you all what happened to me. Live during an investigation. It happened right before I went live. And I'll explain why, when somebody said parasitic and soul eater, that it resonated with me. And many people here already know this. Doorway. So I was out here about 3.5 to 4 weeks ago setting up to do an investigation. I was standing behind where I was right now. Something reached down on my right shoulder. It touched my right shoulder. It moved down to my elbow. I had time to turn around and see it. Now, I seen the finger with my own hand. It was long. It was pale. I almost quit on the spot. I almost packed everything up and quit what I was doing. Did y'all see that? So that is a motion light. That's facing the woods. See, the sensors in the front. All right. Let me get you there. Yep, I can do that. Absolutely. Thank you for reminding me. Let me give you everything here. There we go. So after whatever it was touched me that night, I went home, back to my house. I was on the phone with someone. They was making sure I made it home okay. Something ran across my deck, and it sounded like a horse going across the wood, but there was nothing there. I was spooked. I salted my doors, salted my windows, went in, cleansed myself, used sage, everything I was supposed to do. Hello, Prissy. After that, I went into a huge depression. I didn't feel like myself. I was sad. I barely pulled myself out of it. For about a week, I was way, way down. I was not the normal me. Look at that again. And there is nothing out there. Sound like limbs breaking right there. All right, that's strange. Let's see if it does it again. I do. You can't use it in here. I've used it out in the more open parts of my property. I've used it on other parts of my property where you can see, but it's kind of not the best place to use it back in the woods. But like I was saying, an attachment. I don't think so, Mama, because I've never worked with them. This was before I knew them. I haven't been on this app for very long. But I have been investigating, and I work somewhere else, and I've been doing it for years. I noticed that too. I noticed that when I was setting up. Mama, I thought about that as well. Nicole, am I ever scared out here? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, I do, Prissy. On my right hip. Absolutely. So it does get scary out here, and it gets weird. And before I'd done this, I work investigations for other people. People will message me, and they'll tell me what's going on in their home. Hello, Vicky. And I give them guidance on what it may be, how to cleanse, how to change behaviors if needed, how to monitor, and how to get rid of it. Now, I've done that for a lot of years. I've helped a lot of people. So the reason I do that, oh yes, NB app, absolutely. And I almost packed up and went home and quit. No, I'm on my property right now. Yeah, this is all my property here. That live was wild, Mama, I'm telling you. That place is something. I want to go so bad. I was drawn to the mirrors in that place. All in all, it is 2 deeds. Right around 32 acres total. But a lot of it is like this. I mean, basically impassable. Hello, Wolf Den. Let's see, what'd you say? It's not eligible from recommendation. Why? Let's see what they're saying here. Appeal in progress. Well, they better appeal it. There we go. It's gone. All right, guys. If you don't care, if you can repost this and share it out. We was shadow blocked there for a minute. I got it appealed though. What run across my deck? NBA. I think it was something that had followed me. So I'm not this perfect guy. I've had a rough life. I've done bad things when I was young. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm perfect. I have changed. I have matured, and I have grew up. Really? It says appeal in progress. All right, they'll remove it in a second. There we go. So I have grew up. But whatever I was feeling that night was strange. It wasn't like me. I'm a very positive person. I get on this app every day and I help other people grow. I get on this app and I advertise for other people. I visit other people. I try to fill my life with nothing but positive. I don't have any ill will against no one. I don't talk down to anyone. I really changed my life. But after that thing touched me in these woods, I don't know. For a couple weeks, that changed. I was not me. I was so sad. I felt so worthless. And I knew that it wasn't me. Good evening. So in my opinion, the only way I can explain that is whatever it was, when it touched me, it done something to me. I don't know if it attached to me or if it tried to attach to me, but it really changed things. NBA, it is traumatizing. It absolutely is. And you see all these other people out here ghost hunting and stuff, and I'll tell you what I see when I see a lot of it. I worry. I get scared for people. Because, yeah, it is all ghosts, and it is all out here, looking at things and doing stuff and chilling and having a good time. It is. Like I'm having a great time with you all. But there's a real side to it, too. And there's a real risk to every bit of it as well. Hello. And see, that's the wild part that a lot of people don't understand is the risk to all this. You can take stuff home. And I've knew many people to take stuff home, and I've knew many people that's experienced things. And maybe they don't take it as serious as I do, or maybe they don't understand the risks, but how did I get rid of it? It's hard, Prissy, really hard. Let's see if they still... I don't think so, Mama. I think when you sit and watch lives, you open yourself up. There's Skeeter. I think you open yourself up. I think you learn, and your mind becomes open, and I think that's how a lot of people end up getting attachments through watching things. Learning about this stuff, guys, is hard. I mean, watching the lives and stuff, some of the ones you see on here is scary. It's not an easy thing. And if you sit and focus on it and try to learn, I think you open your mind up to it. And I think that can lead to getting attachments as well. Yes, that is a sensor. That is a sensor. Yes, it is. Thank you. Yes, Skeeter's out here running around. She's having a good time. Yes, that does say Sebastian. Do you know a Sebastian? Think about it. They can talk to us through machines, guys. They can talk to us through devices. They can manipulate machines. They can do all of that. It's not that hard to believe.
They are watching.
It's not that hard to believe that they can travel through these devices as well. Yes, we've had them sit here and name 4 names. Live. I mean, right in the chat. We've had them tell us things that there is no way should have ever came out on these devices. Many, many times. And my stuff is 100% legitimate. There's no setup, no strings attached, nothing. This is as raw right here of ghost hunting as you can get. This is it. Really? Yeah. I mean, yeah, it names people off. It can. See, this one hasn't named a name since Sebastian, and that's weird. This has been running for a minute, and it's not said another name yet. I found that kind of wild. Spirit, can you give us the name of somebody in the chat if you're here? Thank you so much. And what have you seen? Light just flickered. Hello, Jeep Mama. Welcome in. So you said you've been a part of the paranormal community for years and watching lives for years. I'm curious as to what you've seen. Because, I mean, I can tell you what I've seen. What I've seen is not important to you. What's important to everybody out here is what they see and what they experience. So I can tell you all day long of my experiences, and you can listen to them and you can learn from them. Absolutely. NBA, in my opinion, anytime you have a phone on you, they can. I absolutely think they can travel through devices. Yes, they will. Well, you seem very knowledgeable, I can tell you that. Because a lot of people go into spirits open and they're like, oh, it's a loved one, or it's a family member, or it's a pet, and that's not what it is. Prissy, I've never met, encountered, or had any communication with any loved one I've ever lost. Would I love to? Yes. Have I ever? No, I have not. I'll be dead honest with you on that one. I've never encountered a loved one. I've never seen my mother who passed, my uncles, my family, never. Do I think they're with us? Yes. I think as long as we think about them and keep them in our heart and keep them in our mind and, that's something. But as far as seeing them, I have not. How to set boundaries of intentions? Well, you can be firm. All right, before we go into that, that's a good question. And we got a lot of new people in here. I can tell you, when you see people setting boundaries, that's wonderful. It is great to tell things they can't bother you and they can't follow you home and they can't touch you. But, little Melody, it doesn't always work. Never think that setting those boundaries is going to be enough. If something wants to bother you bad enough, they will walk through those boundaries and do whatever they want to. Guys, that was inside that tent. That was weird. There's nothing in there. That was strange. Exactly. You see it in the physical world all the time. Telling something to stay away from you don't mean it stays away. Yes, I am the one. I'm going to be out here all night. Camping and chilling. Yep, you cannot show fear. You can. You can tell it to leave you alone, and you can tell it to go away. But in the end, it also depends on what's in your mind, what's in your heart, what you're using. And I'll tell you this, if you don't have faith, you can burn as much sage as you want to. You can wear any jewelry you want to. You can do anything you want to do. But if you don't have faith in what you're doing, it's every bit useless. Your mind is powerful. A human's mind is powerful. Your beliefs are powerful. So what's the backstory of my property? Oh, I just told 90% of it, or 80% of it. That I know anyway. The rest of it is what we're out here trying to learn. Mama, other people watch certain lives here, and I have them come to me and tell me, look, after I watch this live, I don't feel good. I don't feel right. And I'm not talking one or two people. I'm talking 6, 7, 8 people have messaged me and told me that. Thank you, Wolf. They'll be like, I watched a live and I don't know what happened, but I don't feel good anymore. They're either sick or they're depressed or they're down or they just feel like something's wrong. That happens almost every day with a live. At least every 2 or 3 days, somebody will message me saying, look, I watched this live and now I don't feel right anymore. It's the energy. Yep, it's the energy of places. It can affect you. Everything has a certain type of energy. And sometimes it's not good. Yes, they will, the one. And that goes for people too. So I'm sure all of y'all have met people that feel like they're draining your life. I mean, I don't know what I just heard. I don't know what that was. People, places, that's right. I heard something to my right that I couldn't place. Not saying it was paranormal, but it was strange. It was very deep. So this place has been known for people to hear voice. Is that the blue light back? Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. Hold on, let me show y'all something if it comes back out. So there are these blue-looking light things here that we've witnessed a few times. And it's been recorded. I just seen it for a second. Check it out, guys. So that is not a bug that far. I can tell you that. I can show you a bug. There's a bug. See, you can see the bugs when they fly through. It's still there. I don't think there's nothing in front of me. Nope. No, there's nothing in front of me at all. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see that again. It was there for just a minute, Kiki. You didn't see it. It's the weird blue light. We've got full recordings of that twice here. And it is the weirdest thing. I don't know if it's an orb. I don't know if it's paranormal, if it's not paranormal, but it doesn't look like anything I've ever seen. People are hearing voices. So guys, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to restart this live because somebody said it was AI. I mean, it is what it is. So I'm going to stand right here and I'm going to shut this one down and restart it because somebody reported this as being an AI video. I don't know, but it is what it is. So give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back.